Hi there, this is Mr. Chan. I'm just here to basically give you a quick tutorial on how to use one of the Google Form templates that I've put up on Google Classroom, how you can send it to your peers, and how you can check their feedback on Google Form. So here's just two examples of template feedback forms that I've created. Don't worry, at the time, if you have done something different other than a game or a poster, like say for instance you did a video on the day that you're doing this tutorial, they should appear on the screen. There should be video feedback here, and the website feedback, whatever. It should be all here. So say for instance, I was gonna do a poster. I'd click this one and get just a quick and simple feedback form. It asks for the peer's email address, what their full name is, what your name is, and it asks your peers to describe the project, and all sorts of other questions that will give you a good general understanding of how they think you can improve on your project. So the part that I want you to really focus on is this one. Everything else is kind of necessary. So you don't really have to change too much. The one you would have to change is this one here. So depending on your project, these would be kind of different, but these are general kind of things you have to worry about if you're gonna say do a poster. Um, Font, for instance, is it readable? Is it something that is appropriate for the end user? Um, you know, is it attractive? These are kinds of questions you would ask. Um, these are the sorts of questions you should ask yourself, and what your peers need to answer for. Like, what do they think that your font is attractive, is good for, is appropriate for end users, blah blah blah. Do they think that your the color usage in your poster is good? Do they think that your poster's communication of your message in your poster, like what are you actually trying to communicate in your poster? Is it clear? That's how they would kind of rate communication. And what is pictures? Well, are your pictures again attractive? Viewable? Are they actually high quality? That sort of thing. So they would basically rate your font, your color, communication on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the lowest. So basically, what I just want to show you is if there is anything you want to add, or if there's anything in particular here you don't think fits your project. Mind you, if you do think you need to delete something, just talk to me first, because you'd have to kind of make it clear why one of these is not important. But if you want to delete something, you just click the X and it's gone. I'm just gonna bring it back though, so just, yeah. If you want to add another one, you just go add row, and then say, for instance, I'll just call it test, and then it's done. Like, if we look at it again, it's already appeared. But I'm just going to delete that one. Okay, so now that you kind of have a fair idea of how this feedback form, like how you can change it to suit your project, I'm just going to quickly show you how you can copy the link. You go to the send button, click it, and then you go to this button, and you just click it, press copy, or just go Control C, X out of that. And then the way you can kind of send it to your peers, just go to Google, go to Gmail, and then press compose. It will bring up this little window, which is where this is how you would actually send an email to anyone. But in specific, this is your peer. So say for instance, I was your peer, and you're gonna write it, and you're gonna send this link to me. You would go n.chan, which is my email, at mongarecollege.nz. The subject would be something like feedback for my proposal. It's just a quick the title is just a quick way to show show the reader what your email is about, and always start your email with like polite kind of greeting. So like hello, hi is fine. Hi, Mr. Chan. In this instance, because you're emailing me in this example. I am making a project on, say, for instance, vaping during this year in digital technology. This is just an example of what you could write. It's just a, yep. I was wondering if you could, actually, you want to go, so what? Like, so this is the what. I'm making a project on vaping during this year in digital technology. That's the what. So what? I'm making this poster to educate my peers so that they can be aware of the effects of vaping, for example. So that's the so what, and then the now what. I'm sending you. I was wondering, for instance, if you could give me could look over my project so far and give me some feedback on how I could improve. Thank you. Thanks for your time, Nicholas. So that's you greet them, you tell them what you're doing and why you're doing it, and then now what? So why you're emailing them, and then you do a quick kind of ending. Thanks for your time, kind regards, or yours sincerely, and then just put your name. So that's the message of it, and then how you're gonna actually link them your feedback form. So you just go. This is a link to a feedback form, to my feedback form, and then Control V or right click paste, and this is basically just the link to this, which is here, right? It's just a link that goes to here. Thanks for your time, Nicholas. And then you're gonna go attach files, because you also want your peer to actually see your work. So you can if your poster or your video or whatever project that you're making is actually on your computer, then you go attach files and find it here. So say for instance this was my project, I'll just double click it and there you go, it's uploaded. But if it's on your Google Drive, just go insert files using Drive. And basically you just find whatever wherever your project is, right? So yeah, these are the folders. Here's your files, and then you just go insert. So what you need to put here is I'm just gonna write it here. You need to attach your Google Diary. You need to attach your project. So that could be a video, it could be a poster, it could be a website, whatever. And you're going to attach your proposal. So those are the three things I want you to attach. And then all you're going to do is press send, and they're going to get that. They're going to read over your Google Diary, look at your project, look at your proposal, and kind of give you some feedback after that. So one last thing, to check your feedback from your peers, you just go to response here. The problem is in this template, I haven't actually had any responses yet, but once you actually send this to your peers, this is going to say 2 responses if they're done. I'm going to show you an example of a Google form I've used in the past that does have some responses. So this one here. These are the questions I created, and this is a response. So I have 46 responses in this Google form. You're going to see more likely you're going to start with, it's going to, like if you press some responses, it's going to go to summary, and you're going to see a bunch of bars. So don't worry about this. What you want to go to is individual, and you're going to see one of two here. So like if it says 1 of 46, so this is the first student's response, which is kind of, it gives you kind of what their answers are. Say for instance, this question here, it says which of these is the best rapper? This person said Tupac, which is debatable. He's a good rapper, but you know. Anyway, and then here's their answers to a bunch of other questions as well. But your one's going to look different. It's going to be your questions. And if you want to go check out the second person, you just click this next button, and then this is a new person's answers. See, different answers. Yep, so that's my quick tutorial for using Google Forms. If you want to learn how to actually use Google Forms in more depth, just simply look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of tutorials, very quick ones that kind of give you a down and dirty kind of tutorial about how to quickly create a Google form. But this is pretty much all you need in order to, it's pretty much all you need to know about Google Forms in order to create feedback for your for your peers here. So thanks so much for listening. Good luck. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that you should change the template name to your own name. So for instance, for me, it would be Mr. Chan. You put your first and last name, your full name here, and then do a dash, and then make sure that the name is up here as well. And yeah, cool. You want to make sure that you put your name on everything. Like I've told you in class, your PDF files, your project, your Google Diary, make sure that your full name is at the beginning and you put a dash so that I know and that anyone that looks at your documents know that it's actually yours. Cool.